So, I've been thinking about reading this series for a while, and I thought, why don't we vlog it? It's a big series. I'm reading it on my Kindle. So, the series I am talking about is the Off Balance series. So, the first one is Balance, and I have the Amazon, you know, part or the Amazon books, not like the original books that the author have. So there are a few changes, and that is one is the age of the character, and then again, I think it might be like a few changes with places she goes, and yeah. So basically, this one is about, I don't even remember her name, Adrienne, something like that. And basically, she's a gymnastic, so she wants to. So Adriana is her name. She wants to join the Olympics for gymnastics, and basically, she is now leaving home to basically join a place that is for, elite people. There she meets Kova, and he's like, what, 30 something. I don't even remember, he's like over 30. So I am like 6% in so far. So we have already started this. Yes, no, I am 8% in. So far we have met like Adriana and Kova, and yeah, I don't know so far. I am like, before we get like any longer into this, me as a Norwegian has like, okay, I'm going to say that the age of consent in Norway is 16. So sometimes it's a little like different for me to read these kind of books, just because it's just, something that I as a Norwegian has a little problem with, because the age of consent is 16, and then you can date whoever you want. But him being 30 something, I find it really strange. And I am going to say that I find that really weird that a 30 something man would like a 16-year-old. That is just weird. And I am going to say, I read 4 chapters, and so far you really see that she's young because she's childish, I have to say. Like, they say that she's so, that she acts older. I don't see that. She's childish, and you definitely see that she's like 15, 16 in this book. Let's just take the year that she's in the Amazon. There she's 16, almost 17. So far we haven't come much. This book is, I don't know, like 500 pages, something, 500-600 pages. So it's a lot. So I don't know how long I will spend on this book. I do have all the other ones. Don't ask me why, but that is why we are doing this, and I'm going to articulate what I'm feeling throughout this book. And obviously spoilers, because if there is anything, I need to talk about it. So yeah, but yeah, even though I am a Norwegian and 16 is the age of consent here, I still find it really weird. Anyways, that a 30-year-old is going to like date a 16-year-old, but we are talking about like Florida or something. So I think the age of consent there is like, what, 18? So it's still illegal, and it's still just weird just because he's an old man. Like, not like old, but old compared to her. So, yeah, I have no idea what else to say right now. It's just strange and weird. I am 48 pages into this book, like 8% in, so yeah. Okay, so I have not moved from this space since, yeah, I've read like 50 pages more. So far, I can't say a lot has happened, you know? I am 17% in, and yeah, nothing kind of has happened, but she basically has gotten to know that she is kind of not fit for being in like an elite team. So she's training more with the coach, Kova, and it's been like 3 weeks since that. It was kind of a little time jump there. So, yeah, she just called his eyes beautiful. So she's really flirty, but you know, I just, I'm still a little, yeah. I mean, I still can't say kind of a lot about this because obviously it's just started and nothing has happened, and I don't know how the next 100 pages will go. Hopefully they will be good, but they might not be. So I mean, the writing is pretty good. I can't say it's bad. It's easy to get through, but yeah, I just can't say a lot on what is on kind of what is happening right now because she's just training. There's a lot of training in this book, so yeah. I mean, I don't particularly care about gymnastics, so I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. But we still have more to go, so I am curious to see how everything is going to work out, you know. So I am now 200 pages in. I've now moved my bot for 100 pages, 34% in. So what has happened so far? I kind of want to see nothing, but then again something. So basically, she's basically friends with this guy called Hayden. He's also at the like training place where she is, and basically she had a hot makeout session with him, even though they are not allowed to date when they are basically enrolled in this place. So, but nothing is like, yeah, nothing came out of it. So, I mean, I still think that he likes her, and yeah, she's like, she thinks he's hot, but she also thinks Kova is hot, and Kova has admitted that he thinks she's hot, and I mean, she has also met Kova's girlfriend, so I mean, I don't really know how I feel still. I mean, nothing kind of bad-ish has happened yet, so you know, I don't have much to say like how I feel about this book yet. I mean, we are 200 pages in, nothing has happened. 34%, that's, I mean, 34%, that's a pretty decent chunk in, I will say. nothing has happened, you know. It doesn't bother me in like a, I mean, I am used to slow burn romances, so it doesn't bother me, but I'm afraid of, of what is going to happen when things is, you know, starting to happen. I don't know how I will feel about this. So, so I think I am like 53% into balance. And basically, what am I going to talk? I am 300 pages in, like a little bit over 333 or something, and so far I got like 250 when they first, what should I call it, you know? Let's call it hooked up. And I don't know how I feel. The writing is good, but I just can't get over the fact that, you know, it's where they are, it's illegal. And even though if it wasn't illegal, it's just strange because he is so old. He's 32, and it would have been different if she was like 20. It would be much, much different. But she's 17 now, which is really young, and he's 32. That's like big, big age gap, which is really weird. And then he was like avoiding her just because he is together with another woman called Katya. I think her name is Katya. And yeah. And then basically right now, where I'm at 333 pages or something, they basically does the same again, and she wants to go even further. So that's where we are at, and I'm terrified of what is going to happen next. I am like halfway through the book, so yeah. I would have been okay with it if she turned 18, you know, but she turned 17, and then I guess in the original books she turned 16, which is extremely young. And just the thing is, I mean, it is said that, oh, she's like acting older than her age. I don't see that. I still see her really much, you know, acting definitely as a child. She basically acts the way I did when I was 17. So, yeah, that is where we are at. I don't have much to say other than it's weird. So, yeah, it's just weird. And I don't know how to feel at all. So, I mean, I'm going to wait until tomorrow, but you know, the next clip will be me talking about the next 100 pages. So, yeah, so far, I don't know how I'm feeling. Just because, I mean, I can read some pretty weird, taboo stuff. And for me, it's not like the, let's call it student teacher relationship that is the problem, just because I have read Lessons in corruption and I really like that. That is because he's 18. And he is kind of the one that pushes the relationship. But this one, she's the one who pushes and pushes and pushes, and yeah, I don't know, he just should be the one to say stop, because he's definitely old enough to take that decision and understand what is right or wrong. And yeah, I just think that I don't know what I think, at all. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm going to rate this book, if I'm going to read it at all. That I don't know. So yeah, I will read more, see where we are going to end with this. So I am like 70% into balance right now. And so far, basically what happened over the next 100 pages is that basically Kova comes over to her apartment to kind of say that, oh, they shouldn't do this anymore. And talk about a letter that he kind of wrote to her, but not to give to her, just writing out his thoughts. So and basically what happens then is they have sex, and it's like 2 whole chapters just with that. So yeah, I have to say I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about this book, because the writing is good, but it is this with age, and yeah, and for me it's just strange and weird. So yeah, I don't know how I am going to feel about this book. So I am 85% into balance, like around 500 pages in. And what has happened so far? These last 100 pages have been, not a lot has happened, so yeah, let's use the term hooked up. Yeah, again. And basically, we know that one of the girls is called Reagan, and basically Reagan doesn't like Adriana. And basically, Ria has a boyfriend. They are not allowed to have a boyfriend, but she has it anyways. And basically, she was just like, Adriana said that she wasn't a virgin. And basically, Reagan says that, oh, you're not a virgin anymore. We're not allowed to have a boyfriend. And I'm like, well, you don't have to have a boyfriend to, have sex. A lot of people do that, so and then she has like Reagan has a boyfriend, and I'm like, that's a little hypocritical to, say that, because you have a boyfriend. And now Adriana and Kova is, should we call it fighting, because now Kova is like halfly blaming Adriana because he heard that she was a virgin, and he's pissed. And basically he's like, oh, I should have never done this, and blah blah blah. And another thing that happened was that basically Adriana is not on a pill, and they have had sex, and he's like, oh shoot, take morning off the pill, and I mean, they are not 100% safe, you know. But then also, why didn't you ask that before, you know? Sometimes I just feel like I mean, it's like this in real life too. They are not thinking clearly of the consequences that, you know, can happen if you don't have this conversation with a person. Like, you should definitely talk to that person and say, hey, are you on a pill, you know? So, I have a little bit over 100 pages left, I think. No, I have less than 100 pages left. That's good. So, overall, right now, I'm mostly just annoyed. So, I can like a, grumpy character. But usually I don't like if they are grumpy and really mean, you know, like you have like grumpy and like a little, like some comments are a little but I just feel like Hoba is grumpy and not the kind of mean that, yeah, he's just mean. If I don't know how to explain it, I don't like the, like how Kova is. And that is like one thing that I really need to vibe with to really like the hero. I don't like him because he is, I don't like a hero that is like grumpy and then blames the heroine basically for his mistakes. Let's just call it like that. That it's his mistakes and he's trying to blame Adriana. And is she totally innocent? No. Just because as a 17-year-old you should think a little further than, you know, just, oh, he's hot. But he is definitely more to blame because he's that old. He's 32. He definitely should be able to, you know, not be, I mean, he might be tempted, but he doesn't act out on the temptation. And that is like, I just don't like this. So, I don't know. So, I just feel like this book is really difficult for me to rate, just because overall it's an okay book, but there are just a lot of things that I also don't like. So I don't know if I even will rate this book, just because I just don't know how to really, yeah, it would be like, I don't think I would give this more than like 3 stars, 2-3 stars. I know a lot of people like this book, and I can understand it, but there is just things that I don't like about this book. I just feel like I'm particular with the heroes that I like, you know. And there are other series, like the Fallen Men series, where the heroes are a little grumpy at times, but I just feel like they are never like blaming the heroine for mistakes that they do, you know. So yeah, I have little less than 100 pages left. I will finish this. I hope to be able to finish this today, just because I kind of have a new video that I kind of want to start filming tomorrow. I don't know when this will be up, you know. I have been in an editing slump, so, but that's not what we are talking about now. I will continue on reading this book and then see. So, okay, if you feel that I'm glossy, it's because I'm just done my skincare, but because it's evening. But I have finished Balanced. Balance? Balance. And mm, I I I know one thing, like one reason why I don't like this book, and we are going to talk about that one. So basically what happened over the last like 90, not even 90 pages was basically Kova showed up again, and they had sex again, and he was pretty rough. And then basically she also got like this, is it UBI? I don't know. After, and basically she had to go to the hospital, and then he's really back and forth. He's like, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. And basically what happens is that he gets really pissed at, like, he punishes her, and basically just says that you won't be competing in this competition that is going. I pull it out. Basically, in the end, they fight in his office, and basically he bangs her on the wall, and Hayden walks in. Have I talked about Hayden? Hayden is like her friend. Basically, he is repulsed, and he wants to tell, and she won't let him. And he's like, yeah, don't do it again. And that's how it begins. One reason why I don't like Kova, basically, like, all the time while he is doing this, he is blaming her. And basically, both times he came to her home, basically had sex with her, and then he left. Like, bye. And it's like, it's just not okay, because he leaves her, after every single time. And I'm like, this book, I just can't buy the romance, just because I hate guys who just walks out on the girl, I can't say that is okay. And yeah, so I'm not going to rate this book, just because I don't feel like, I don't know what I'm going to rate it, to be honest, because yeah, it would probably be like 2 stars. But then again, I am going to continue on with the series, and that would look really weird if I gave it 2 stars and then continued on with the series. Because, to be completely honest, I am intrigued enough to move on to the next book and basically see if I change my mind on their relationship or not. But right now, I'm not kind of buying it. And I just feel I feel repulsed, because he's just not the kind of guy that I like in books. Just because I can like a grumpy hero, but I don't like a hero who walks out on a young girl over and over and over again, and she's falling for him. I like that she's kind of saying that she likes him, but basically she don't know, because she don't believe in love at this age. And that is like, thank you. That's like good, just because I feel like when you're 17, you don't know what true love is. So yeah, I just feel like she's really young, and yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. I ended up being really frustrated, and I had to put the book, like, the last 100 pages, I had to put the book down so many times, because I was just so annoyed. And if I had a physical book, I would just chuck it like over, like into the wall or something, because this was. I'm not saying it's a bad book, because the writing, I mean, the writing is really good. I have to say, it's really good, and I am intrigued enough to move on with the story, so that is something. But right now, I'm not buying the relationship. And I think that is because I'm so annoyed with Kova, and basically I got a little annoyed with her too, because she was blackmailing him and saying that if you pull me out of this, I will tell. And basically, like, he says that, well, something, and she's like, well, who's going to believe you? And I'm like, I just feel like she was a part of this too. Yeah, I'm just a little annoyed with both of them. So yeah, I will continue on with the series, not right now because I need a break. Because yeah, this just is too much to just binge. So I will probably read a few other books and then see when I'm going to get to the next one. But basically, yeah, so far I will continue on, see if it will get better. I mean, I spent 10 days reading this book and I just did not feel like picking it up, so yeah, that is all the thoughts I have for balance. And yeah, this will probably be a series I will read but not rate, because I don't know what to rate these books, because I also feel like yeah, it's just for me really difficult as a Norwegian to, be really repulsed by a 17-year-old, 16, 17-year-old dating someone much older because of, the laws in Norway and things like that. So it's just a little difficult for me, and that is also a reason why I don't rate it. Yeah, that was it for this vlog. Hopefully I will get it up. So yeah, I hope I don't know if I'm going to call it liked. Hopefully I will get more back into vlogging, and I will see you next time, hopefully, possibly, I don't know.